Okay, there we go. Now we live. See? It wasn't it wasn't live the whole time, y'all. I can't believe that. Can't believe it. Well, we gonna go to our flowers. Let's go to the flowers. Brush set. Not the sunflower. We gonna do some lily flowers. And this the brush I just made. Where is it? This the brush I just made that we're gonna use. Make the size go up. It's already black, so I stamped it on the actual picture. You don't wanna do that. You wanna stamp it kinda by itself. Write down the size and what size we're gonna go with. I'm gonna see if she wanna add the flowers. I'm not sure if she wanna add the flowers. Well, not the flower, but the butterflies. But we're gonna stamp 2 of these. I'm gonna flip it to make it look a little bit different, and I'm gonna also warp and stretch it a little bit, just to give it a similar look but a little different. Go back to uniform. I see, should I put that one back here and this one closer to the girl? Similar to that. Now let's see if we was to add our leaves on. So I'm gonna go to sketch and see how our leaves will fit in there. Put a leaf up in there, because that's gonna be shaded in. You put a small leaf there, a longer leaf up in here. Okay, now with the leaves being there, should I continue on with the smoke? That's the thing. Let's go to a different color. You got smoke here, right? So say if I was to draw around that. I was to draw that. Now I think I have to kind of come over up this way. We're gonna hold off of that for right now, of the smoke. We're gonna see if she do want the butterflies. We could easily just add on the butterflies, which is right here. Let me go on to my butterfly collection. Butterfly, butterfly. Try to keep the alphabetical order. So we used to go with the butterflies. Right there, we're gonna take that. Don't forget to start your new layer, so all that be organized. Remember, she got butterflies on this tattoo, so I should know. I don't think so. I don't think so. We're gonna put the butterfly towards this way because we got butterflies here. I don't want to put butterflies close together. That's one common rule with designing. Y'all don't want to put the same thing close by each other. It's gonna look all bunched up. So just to spread it apart a little bit, let's put our flower on this side, which means we gotta move this flower a little diagonal to this way, which means we're gonna turn that as well. Boom. Which means we could get rid of that because we don't need it. Because we're gonna redraw it anyway because we just moved everything around. Maybe I could have flipped it, but I ain't about to do all that. Let's just see how we're gonna get this on there. You might add a smaller butterfly at the bottom. Something like, where is that? Real small and simple. It could be like that. Or it could be like this one. Make sure a new layer, yep. We go with something simple like this. It's going to be on top of the flower though, in order to really be able to see it and not squeeze it in there, like behind the lady. You're going to put it in behind the flower. Now what we about to do is, since the flowers is the main thing, I'm just going to size them up a bit. I ain't want them too big because she not really big. So I ain't want to size it up too much. Let's see. And I don't want that by our head either. You go back down. Got that smoke coming from here. I mean, I'm gonna have to make smoke come from there. Let's see. Go back to our green. And we're gonna just draw it on. Y'all take y'all time whenever y'all design this. Think it through. Cause this smoke coming from back here, I'm thinking maybe I'll just continue on that smoke coming up like that. So if this was to go up, that's going to kind of pass through there. I don't want to make it too much either. I want to keep it simple. So in order to keep it simple, instead of making a full-blown smoke, I'll just make it a simple little wind flow curving, and I'm going to keep it the same direction. Let's see if I'm going to stop this smoke about right there, and I'll take another one maybe and come behind that. Let's see, erase that. Another one curve across. And of course the bottom, we could just use one more. Oh, that's too basic. Do want to keep that smoke though. Something to tie it in. We gotta still draw our leaves on, so let's focus on the leaves before we even worry about the smoke. And we're gonna erase this. I'm gonna duplicate it before I erase it though. Duplicate that, turn that one off, and erase what's right there by the butterfly. So you can see that that's sitting on top. Let's make sure we're on a new layer where our leaves will fit in that. We're gonna see where our leaves gonna fit in that first before the smoke and stuff, because you know the leaves gonna be important to the piece. It's gonna really fill a piece up as well. If you was to come up here and add more leaves, may not be needing the smoke as much. We got some basics. What we gonna go at with it? Ooh, woo! Hey. Let's see how we gonna curve and tie all this in, because I do want it to tie in. I know she wanted it to tie in eventually. So of course that'll be probably shading. That's gonna tie that in. Got two butterflies. Maybe shade around the butterfly. Okay, okay. Let's erase that off that layer. Trying to think of a good way to tie this in. Good way to tie it in. Uh-oh. Procreate then crashed on me. I know you lying, but I said no, I ain't lose all my stuff right there. There we go. I thought I lost everything in Procreate. What our own butterfly at? Turn that one on. And give it a little leaf right there. Sometimes I'm going to try to give it a flow like this, because this going straight up. I don't want to give it that same smoke. Let's see, it's simple. How would it look? And something else got to be back here. Something else. Some more leaves to fill that up. Yeah, 'cause I don't think the smoke is really needed. I don't think it's needed. We're gonna still try to find something to give it that flow. Does that cause for smoke? Let's see. We're gonna make it go underneath that. Come out. I think the feminine side, like, I don't think it needs smoke. Something telling me no smoke. I think we're gonna just shade around it, no lie, and tie it in. What a slight smoke effect. So let's finish it up. I'm about to finish the full version up just to kind of show y'all what I'm thinking. So we're gonna go to our black, go to our strip. That's technical pen, my bad. That's technical pencil. I'm thinking about adding, make sure I'm on the right layer. Nope, I'm not. I'm gonna add the leaves. I might use that just as like gray shade. You know, there'll be a little gray shade right there. Might not make that come out as a full leaf. Same with this one. I just wanted to soften up around that. So I ain't gonna make it detailed at all. This one I'm gonna make soft, but I'm gonna add a little detail in that one. Similar to that, I'm gonna add a little leaf right here. And all of them gonna be soft. We're gonna do all of them a little soft. Because the butterflies still need to stand out. Let's turn off our green. We no longer want the green. Turn off this one because that's our second one. And make it sit behind there. And like I said, double that because we're about to erase part of this flower. Alright. Now for what I'm saying, let's go and add in our shade. It ain't gonna be smoke, it's just shade. That brush tool. Add some shade up in there. Just to kind of blend it in with this one. I think, you know, small little skin breaks in there will help blend it in. Of course, it's gonna be dark right underneath the flowers because it's supposed to be a shadow in there. You're gonna softly blend that feather off, but it's gonna be dark. Not the feather, but the leaf. It's gonna be a dark shadow there. Dark shadow underneath there. Softly blend it off light. With the flowers, it's going to show some contrast. And like if you're in the same similar situation, you could do the opposite. The flowers could be dark, the background could be light, or the flowers be light and the background dark, you know. That's how you show your contrast. You want something to pop out, so it's all about what's more important to you and the way you want to portray it. You could easily go with some light flowers on this with a darker background. But due to the fact that this smoke is not going to be that dark on this tattoo, I'm going to go with the lighter background. That's why I choose to go with the lighter background. I don't want it to be super dark and stand apart from that. So I'd rather the flowers be darker due to her body going to be that same darkness. So let me know if y'all get that, what I'm saying. Basically add some shadows in there, basically, boom. You see, we're doing this on a separate layer, yep. We ain't gotta worry about not being able to get the stencil out. Shade in there. There are those dogs right there. I'm about to show on live Procreate design process. So if y'all got a TikTok, go on TikTok. I'm about to show the design live to see, you know, who else may be interested in this. So yeah, sir. Let's see. I'm not in the camera way, huh? Nope, I'm not. Okay. That's how we looking. Let me turn the light off for y'all so y'all can see a little bit better. You can still see the tattoo, but I want to see how we gonna shade this tattoo. There's some shade, soft shade around this. Basically, I'm gonna stop like right around this edge. You're gonna be having shades about right there. And that's gonna make kind of this piece kind of come together. Like I said, we could always have the little skin breaks, whether if it's circles or any kind of shape, they tend to stand out, make it all go together. You see that? That's gonna be kind of most of the part for this tat. Like I said, we're gonna have the leaves dark, of course. Flower not gonna be light. Still gonna be a nice darkness to it. Gonna make sure we got our skin breaks though. Highlights, stuff like that. Make sure I'm not messing with it. I'm live on YouTube at the same time, y'all. That's why I'm kind of moving this and making sure it's out the camera. I'm currently holding this one, the phone in my hand, the camera sitting up for YouTube. Let me make some more light in here. Yep, that'll be good. Man, that's a little brighter for y'all. It's gonna be a black and gray piece. I'm gonna try to go live while I'm tattooing, but of course I ain't gonna be able to get the whole process of it. Yeah, just to show y'all some of the steps I take before I go into a piece. It's kind of the idea, you know, especially if you don't know how to shade or know what you're doing for as the shading. That's something I would say practice with, you know. Practice shading, that's what comes into play when tattooing and adding shade. That's why drawing skills can come into play, but you don't really need it as long as you know how to shade a piece. If you know how to shade it, you in the ballpark, you know, you all good. But this is something you have to learn in order to get your piece to really come out nicely. Unless you're trying to just do some basic cartoons. Roses are something that's real flat, but if you want to add like depth, for example, this right here. Say if I was to add like a darker shade, and then I come out super light. You want to show that contrast, go back and lighten that. So on the shadows. And of course we're gonna add those, like I said, the dots. But that's what's on the lily flowers. We gotta get way more into detail. This is just a stencil. The lines ain't gonna be there, cause I do realistic mostly. I don't do the lines. But you know, y'all always go do how y'all feel. If y'all like the line work, cartoon style, illustrative style, y'all could do that. That's not what I kind of prefer. So I'm gonna show you a basic how it would look. Yeah. If I was to get rid of these lines, all I do is go up to the blur tool up there, right there, and I'll come right back to that and just try to blend those lines out. They're a bit dark right now. Uh-oh. Let's get smaller, I see that thing. And then it's going out shade, back on our shade, and now that the line's gone, we're just gonna basically use the shade in place of the line. And just to show you all, basically, real quick, if I was to shade the tattoo, some spots dark, of course, some spots light. It get lighter as we come towards the tip, the edge of the flower. And I leave that for, like, say if I wanted to go. Of course, I showed y'all with the ball on the live last yesterday. If I wanted to come in and hit my highlights on those edges, that'll be good. You know what I'm saying? And that will help it stand out. Just the leaves and stuff like that. I'm gonna go back, you know, go back. Yeah, this is basically how the piece gonna be though. That's white still. I gotta go back to my black. My bad. What that mean, man? They keep telling me to slide over. I ain't trying to do all that, bro. All that sliding over, what they talking about. I don't know what they talking about. This live stuff. And then when I'm on, by me not using lines, I'll use my shades, like right here. I'll use that as shade. It'll be soft. So that way when they heal, they don't feel like a line. You see, it'll just blend in with the background, but you still see the shape of the flower. So that's a way of, you know, not doing lines in your piece and just all shade. You're basically shaping out your piece with your mag. You ain't gonna worry about that. But the thing about also showing contrast is, see this, we got a dark leaf here, right? Dark leaf. And if you shade to the end and keep it light in the, like the middle where the light hitting at, you want to make sure you definitely leave this edge on the outside of that leaf. Keep a space, because that's in order to show your contrast. If you put that dark right next to that light, it's not going to show well. So make sure you leave that skin break in between. Same thing inside the flower. That's why I have skin breaks and it's not just pure black. Like if I was to shade this dark, I'm going to leave this a little light on that tip. And say this, let me try to find another example for y'all. So say if I shade to this end, right there, if I do shade to the end of the flower, and it's just light up here, so I'm going to make it light right there. Hold on. To kind of show y'all the idea I'm talking about. I'm going to shade to the end right there. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to kind of have that light on the outside because it's shaded right there, but if it's not shaded here, of course I'll just put my shade there. I'll pick it up. You know what I'm saying? That'll leave it, that skin break. So if you see the edge of that, you're going to give it room to breathe. And if it's like that, you get that background to close it in. And that's kind of how we'll pursue that. But y'all to see as I'm tattooing, I'm going to try to show these same tips as I'm tattooing. Like I said, I'm currently live on the camera. on YouTube also. I'm trying to go live on here. I'm just still trying to figure it out, you know, trying to the best way to spread the word to everybody that I can help many people as possible. Like I said, that's what we filling up. We got this tattoo. It's done. It look like it's still healing, of course. But this is what we're going to be adding on. She want flowers. Not sure if she really want the butterflies, but we're going to see. I'm just adding it on just in case if she do. We'll have those there. And also, something y'all need to know, like on a darker skin tone. Like, she not dark, but you see she's brown skin tone. What I'll do with this, I wouldn't put this butterfly, all those little small petals. No, simplify it. Let me see how I go to my butterfly. You want to simplify stuff like that. So I erase that. And you see each what the things was. I'll just make a few of them basically. Like it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna basically make 3. So I'll outline that. Make that 1. I can make this 2. Make that 1 in the middle. And make that one 4. That way it's more open. So think about when you're looking at this tattoo, you'll easily be able to see, okay, boom, boom, boom. That's a couple of the design inside the butterfly versus if it was super detailed, even up here, I'm not going to give it all over. I'm going to simplify it. When you're looking from a distance, you'll easily be able to see that. And also with these lilies, a thing that's, let me go back, just try to keep my design together. I'm going to change that anyway, so I ain't have to go back. Back to the shade. Like the things inside the lilies, they are really light. Like that's normally the lightest part of the flower. So that way you're gonna take your shades and go around that. You might say for showing contrast, you're gonna go around it just to help those stand out a bit. Because by them being light, it'll help that stand out with that shade around it. Now say if you was to have one that happened to have a shadow on it, see like a shadow right here on the edge of it, and it's light right there. Of course, like I said, with this, you're going to make sure you give that space for that to still stand out. You don't want a shade right on side of it because it will just kind of tend to blend in. It takes away from it. That's how you show your contrast. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? Thank y'all for joining in. Appreciate y'all, but yeah, I'm just getting ready for this tattoo. And this is to kind of show y'all like basically that same darkness I will have on each, you know what I'm saying? Each petal that look like it's sitting under another petal, that shows that's a shadow falling. Like right there, it show it's a shadow right there. Because the light really can't touch it because it's touching the petal on top. And I'm based in New Orleans. Based in New Orleans, yep. So if you ever down here, need help and you're on, you know, putting in some work, or you need help with some drawing ideas or anything like that, any tips, definitely let me know. You know, I don't mind helping. That's why I created the YouTube, but I recently noticed I was able to go live on TikTok now. And as y'all know, if y'all been on my page, I've been posting just tattoo tips, Procreate tips, you know, things like that, that people don't know, because when I look back and think about it, I see so many people using these applications really don't know nothing about using it, and they're taking the hard route instead of taking the easy route and doing things. So yep, if I can show you the easy route to save you some time, then why not? So if y'all interested in that and y'all trying to learn something similar to that, or maybe if y'all could teach me something, let me know. Because I'm always willing to grow. That's something you can know about me. I'm always willing to grow. Try new things. You never know what might work best. Cause if it's gonna make the process easier, then why not? You know. You never know. You could have been trying something the hard way the rest of your life, well, your whole life, and then find out that there's an easier way to do this. And it'd be crazy, but it changed your life because now you're no longer taking the hard route. You know. You can find the easier process, and why not do that, right? Now you see how those dark shadows on the leaves, and it helped that stand out. So say if I was to give the flowers or the leaves, and they got that light on the outside, like I said, I'll add the dark in that background. but not too dark, like I said. Well, I always use the word like I said, but what I'm saying is not too dark, because this, I don't want it to be too much darker than the body. The body was like a dark medium tone, which is I'll use that dark first when I first under flower, and then I'll come back and use a medium tone to kind of blend out with. Like I said, I don't want it too dark. But you see, when shading it like that, it helps it stand out. And see, of course, I'm expecting that to be light on the edge of that. So, I'm expecting light to be on the edge of that. I could easily just go in, fill in around it, without worrying about nothing. You see, we do got a little shadow back here. We still got our edges clean. Our edge is still gonna be clean, you know. Same thing up here. I think this wouldn't be as dark because the light. Let me give y'all the arrow. I'm gonna just should I do a white or red? I'll see it right. Yeah, you could do it right there. I'll just make a circle. Say if that was your light, you know. This your light source, so basically it's gonna be coming down, which means it's gonna hit right across there. Everywhere I got the lights at, most everywhere I got the lights at, it'll be hitting right on that edge. The tip of this flower, of course, gonna be light. So which means we're gonna have a dark shade in the background, right? Coming down here gonna be a little light on the edges. You know, that's kind of what you go off your light source. So it get complex when you become two light sources, so it's harder to keep up with it. But if they had a light source here, that means light spreading this way. So that means this will be light. Some of that not going to be as dark. This not going to be as dark because that light going to be touching the front of that flower now. And the shadow won't be the same. So an easy way to learn what that is, if you all ever try to draw a still life, take a still life. You can start off with one light source on the still life. It's basically going to be some random thing sitting up on your table, and put a light on it, one side, and you'll see how the shadows drop. And if you practice something like that, you'll get used to drawing with a light source. That's definitely how I used to practice, drawing with the light source. That's how I know basically what my lights should fall, what my dark should fall. It give you an idea. It definitely gets you familiarized, you know. It's just like drawing the design multiple times. You get muscle memory, and you get used to, like, okay, yeah, that should fall. It just feel natural, you know. Second nature. They say it get like riding a bike as long as you keep practicing and keep practicing. I'm about to be on, like you said, that's dark right there, but it's going to be medium tone on the inside just to fill it in. I say if I was to add light there, I would close it in, but I may not. I may just do this dark on the edge. So if I do that dark on the edge, I mean I'm going to need a little breathing room for that. But it all comes together. It all comes together. Y'all just practice, keep it moving. I guarantee y'all, you know, it's gonna come over time. I ain't gonna say you're gonna get better tomorrow, but each time you practice, you're gonna see a little progress. And as long as you're seeing that progress, you're gonna be good. Cause that progress showing that you're growing. But if you ain't seeing no progress, that means you're doing something wrong. So make sure y'all put y'all time into it. Yep, I think that'll fill in that side, but we not going all the way down here. This is all we doing today. Eventually, she's gonna cover up probably the whole leg. But y'all, I don't know if y'all saw the picture before, but yeah, it was marked off. Basically, that's what she was doing. Yep. So the client, I know they text me they about to be on their way. So let me see if the YouTube live still on. What's up, chat? What's up? My bad, I'm on TikTok and YouTube, but yes, man, y'all have questions, just let me know. If y'all can message, I don't know how to message on TikTok, but if y'all know how to message, have questions, just let me know. Like I said, I'm down to do some videos on it. It'll be on YouTube and TikTok. I know I got a group on Facebook. I post in it, but I got to keep up with it. I only got a few people in it. But yeah, I try to, you know, get that spot the main video, like the early ones. Like if I got a video, that'll be the first spot I try to post it in. But even though I do forget it, but if y'all know about that, you know, learning to tattoo. I think that's the name of it, learn to tattoo. So if you're trying to learn, you don't have to just be tattoo, but drawing. You know, I'm willing to help. And if y'all just starting out, I wouldn't say use Procreate either, as far as like drawing and learning how to shade, because drawing on paper would definitely help you get the feeling of, you know, shading, and especially smooth blending. Because the digital, it's a good thing to use, you know, it saves time and all that. But learning starting out is not, I wouldn't say it's a good thing. Because it's kind of like assisting you while you're doing this. Because if you can't do this on paper, you probably have a hard time on the Procreate. It ain't gonna be the hard time, it's gonna be like it's helping you, but it's like if you go on paper in real life, it feel like you ain't really learned nothing. Especially the lines on Procreate. It could easily help you with streamline, you know, like straight lines and stuff like that. But in real life, if you try to do a straight line or tattooing a straight line, there's nobody to help you. You need to do that on your own. You know? So yeah, y'all, just basically the basic concept. Just want to show my client the idea of it. You know, things like that. It wasn't to get a finished product, but you never know. Let me know if that's something I should start doing. You know, start getting on live and just showing a whole finish to the end product. Let me know if y'all like to see that. Maybe I would. And then we'll compare this to the tattoo. And y'all critique me, you know, let me know if y'all have some tips or question why did I do a certain thing. And maybe I just ask myself and like, okay, this is why I did it. If I don't have no answers, let me not have to think to myself and be like, why did I do it? But most of the time, it's a reason behind everything I'm doing. Like I said, as far as the lights and the shadows, it's a reason for that. Like I said, when I simplified the butterfly, it's a reason for it, because darker skin tone, you don't want it as detailed. You gotta leave more skin breaks. Like this right here, it wouldn't be as shaded if she was a lot darker, like about my skin tone. Nah, she lighter than me, but if she was my skin tone, this would be a lot simple, because you wanna be able to see those skin breaks. Like I said, that's the light source. That's what you need to define on a dark person, though. It's the light source that defines each part of the object. Because without that, all that shade together, yeah, you're probably looking at a black tattoo. And that's something you don't want. Because a black tattoo, that's one thing about it, you can't fix it. Because once you go too dark, you can't go back. Just like a cover-up. I know people that got multiple cover-ups and cover-ups that they got messed up and it's too black. And you really can't do nothing with it, you know. It's just dark and that's the way it is. It's real hard to try to lighten up a tattoo. No, can't do that. Let me see, y'all. What's up? Trying to still work this live on here, so let me see. I don't know. I just seeing what that is up there, messing around. Yeah, this gonna kind of filling out the rest of her leg. I add some softness around that. I might not even have to go to that side until she add on to that side. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know y'all thoughts. And like I showed before, I'm going to do this to her tattoo as well. I'm going to add my light sources, you know. My whites. That help it pop out. Like on the edge of that, it will help it pop out. But I noticed I don't put a lot of light on the background objects. Like the leaves and stuff. I mostly give the main object, like the flower, the highlights, you know. I ain't tripping about the leaves popping out. The leaves supposed to kind of sit back in the background. Things like that. What's up? What's up? I'm gonna accept this. What's up? What's up with you, man?
Are you? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, man, you had a question?
Tapestry.
And I don't know how to work this, y'all. Yeah, that's why I had to get him off it. I tried to accept thinking he gonna have a question or something, but yeah, he hopped on doing that. Let me try to, I had to get him off of there. And I had a hard time because I don't know if I added him or followed him. I just know that it's off the string now. That's all I know. Yeah, but that was kind of weird though. I didn't even know you could do that. That's crazy. What's up, Vince? But yeah, that was a little boomerang in the play right there. Add them lights, you know. I always get the lights definitely on these. Remember I told y'all about this part? I'll have that light right there, but on the actual flower, oh damn. On the actual flower, damn, why them reminders jumping up? Oh, you say you organize. What cartridges you use? I know everybody got their set cartridge that they stick with. I know I be using the EZ cartridge, the Hextat. And I need to try out the Quadron. I know that's like one of the most expensive cartridges I've seen. Bad boy expensive. I want to see if it's worth the price, so I'm just gonna try it out. I just got onto my bug pens. Yeah, I use the EZ ones too. I noticed with the regular EZ, I had stopped using them. It was mainly the shaders because like the water would splash back in the machine. But with the Revolutionary, I don't have that problem. A lot of the WJX, I gotta look that up. I never heard of those WJX cartridges. They work pretty good. They sharp, consistent. That's what I look for in needles. As long as it's like consistent and sharp. Because some needles like you could be beating up the skin and it's not really doing nothing, you know. That's something you gotta look out for. Are they stable? Yeah, that's one thing you want in the needle too. Not all that jumping around. You know, I done had something like that. I think it was T-Tech when that was a long time ago I used them. They good needles as far as liners and stuff, but I think the shaders, I never really used them. Oh, every brand on Amazon? What would be your favorite brand since you say you use a lot of, use almost every brand? So I'll try them out. I'm gonna try the WJ. Let me write that down and put that on a new layer. Just write it down. WJX. GX cartridges. WJX needle. I got that. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, let me know your favorite brand though, for sure. I'll definitely try it out. See if it works. I don't know if you tried bug pens, but since I do portraits and things like that, I just started trying out some bug pen needles, and they're pretty good. Also for like some real thin lines, so the same needles you have used, that you like to use the bug pen, and see if you like that. Or Stigma bug pen curve. Yeah, see, today probably gonna be the first day I'm gonna try like a bug pen mag. I never really tried the bug pen mag. I tried the liners, but I ain't never used to mess with the bug pen. I always thought, as far as what people were saying, like, oh, you get less ink, so you're really not, you know, doing too much. So I'm gonna just try it out for myself. A light shade, right? So I said I'm gonna just try it out for myself today, and see how this piece gonna come out using those bug pens. I had just got some 13 curve and 7 curve bug pens. I'm gonna try it out and see how it comes out. Not bad, nobody in chat, but they good, they good. Oh, you talking about the bug pen needles? Yeah. That's kind of the size I use for my portraits, 7 mag. I don't really need the 13 for my portraits, except if I'm doing a shirt, stuff like that. If they got a jacket on, I use the bigger needle for that. But other than that, I see the bug pens a lot smaller, so it seems like I'm gonna be using a 13 curve as the backup to my standard 7 curve mag. I see that bad boy look small, look more like a 5 curve standard needle. And we're gonna click on that top, you know, that's the blending tool. We can always just soften all this up using the blending tool. Well, we're not on the same layer, so go on the right layer first and blend that out. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I'm gonna be using the 13. Like I said, it's basically a backup for my 7 curve standard needle. So yep, I'm gonna try them out. And I got the needles I got. It was easy and something else. Let me know if you heard of this brand. I got this off Amazon. You heard of this? Look like it said filler cartridges, filter cartridges. 21. $21 for areas and $9 for tighter. Area like 7 feels too small. Okay, hold up 1 second. I think my client outside. Hold up. All right, chat. Let me hop off. We about to be getting started on the tech, chat. Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
I was calling to see if you